As World War II got underway, lots of production came to a halt. Because iron, copper, and brass were needed to make guns, tanks, and artillery, the government ordered that all non-essential production with these metals be stopped. Piano makers, Steinway and Sons, were part of this restriction. Faced with shutting down and therefore putting out their 90-year-old business, Steinway shifted their effort to manufacture coffins and parts of troop transport gliders instead. Other folks in the music business followed suit. Gibson Guitar made wooden toys. Baldwin pianos made wooden airplane wings. While none of these were profitable, it kept them afloat. But, as they say, you can't stop the music. The U.S. government gave Steinway a contract to produce heavy-duty pianos for commissioned officers. Steinway's designers went to work, and in 1942, they produced an upright piano that was both small and light enough to be carried by 4 soldiers. It was 455 pounds and just 40 inches wide. Everything was altered. Each piano was treated and sealed to protect it from water and termites. The ivory keys were specially coated to weather the tropical climates. Even soft iron was used instead of copper for windings on the bass strings. In total, this small piano used only 33 pounds of metal, which was about a tenth of what the typical grand piano uses. The pianos were packed into crates and launched off of planes, complete with tuning equipment, instructions, and a secure parachute. These pianos, in olive, blue, and gray, became known as Victory Verticals. Some 2,500 of these special Steinways were dropped to American soldiers fighting in the war across 3 continents. Their purpose was simple: to bring the gift of music to young men entrenched in a nightmare. They offered a diversion, a way to spend the restless hours. They offered entertainment. They offered education. They offered an escape. Music does that, you know. It brings people together, and it reminded those young troops of what it was they were fighting for freedom, and for things like the arts, for music. The history of Steinway dates back to 1836, to a little kitchen in Seesen, Germany, where Heinrich Steinweg built his first piano. Over 480 pianos later, in 1850, Steinweg and his family emigrated to the U.S. They were excited about what this new world offered and what they could contribute. Their goal was to create a better and stronger piano. They changed their name to Steinway and all got to work in local piano-making shops in an effort to learn the ropes of New York City. On March 5th, 1853, Steinway and Sons opened their first shop, where they built a piano a week. By the next year, they were making 2 pianos a week. Daughter Doretta offered free piano lessons to anyone who purchased one of their pianos. In 1857, the first Steinway art case piano was made. This piano's case and legs were lavishly carved. It was the first of many that were designed by artists. Son Henry Jr. patented the overstrung plate in 1859, securing the longer bass strings over sections of other strings. This patent also secured the road to success for the family. By 1860, their newer factory, employing some 350 men, allowed them to produce 30 square pianos and 5 grand pianos a week. Son William Steinway, in charge of marketing, oversaw the construction of Steinway Hall on East 14th Street in Manhattan. This was the second largest concert hall in New York City at the time, with 2,000 seats. And ever the marketing guru, Williams' design filtered concertgoers past a showroom with, you guessed it, Steinway pianos on display. Sales increased by more than 400 pianos, and Steinway Hall became one of New York City's premier cultural centers. It would house the New York Philharmonic for the next 25 years until Carnegie Hall opened. Steinway Hall moved locations a few times. It was on 57th Street until a new one opened up on 6th Avenue in 2016. Henry Steinway, senior and founder of Steinway & Sons, died in 1871 at age 74. His company was now producing pianos at a rate of 1 piano per hour, or 10 per day. They sold 2,553 pianos that year. The Model D piano, which was the first modern Steinway concert grand piano, was completed in 1884. The 100,000th Steinway piano was built for President Theodore Roosevelt to go in the East Room in the White House. It was gilded in gold leaf, with American eagles carved onto the legs. The Franklin Roosevelt administration donated the piano to the Smithsonian and received a new Steinway piano in its place in 1938. President Roosevelt accepted the instrument, dedicating it to advancement of music in every city, town, and hamlet in the country. And it was this president that orchestrated the Victory vertical pianos to make their way to our soldiers around the world during World War II. He knew the importance and power of music and thought it was worth the effort of bringing it to our troops. Over the years, Steinway continued to improve their technology and create new models. They secured over 100 patents. Steinway is the gold standard in musical instruments today. The New York Steinway factory now employs 300 craftspeople who build 1,000 grand pianos and 250 upright pianos each year. Considering a Steinway grand piano has 12,000 parts, it's truly remarkable. They've built over 600,000 pianos, called the Instrument of Immortals. Thanks for watching Memory Mountain. If you enjoyed this video, please click to subscribe to our channel and hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to tap the notification bell so you'll be one of the first to know when we post our next story looking back over the landscape of Americana.